Tonight, locals are reacting to a new gun law that Governor Gavin Newsom signed this week. It allows Californians to sue manufacturers if they or a loved one is a victim of gun violence. Since 2005, a federal mandate has shielded gun manufacturers and dealers from prosecution when their products are used in crimes. This legislation utilizes an exemption, allowing gun makers or sellers to be sued for violations of state laws. As News Channel 3's Samantha Lomibao explains, some welcome the bill, while others say it violates their Second Amendment rights.
You can now go to court and hold the makers of these deadly weapons accountable.
A new California law is clearing the path for gun violence victims to sue the companies that manufacture the firearms used in crimes. But Storm Jenkins, owner of Guns of Distinction, believes the law is vague.
It's so specifically targeting a constitutionally protected practice, constitutionally protected business, and it's pathetic.
And holds gun shop owners liable of the actions of others.
If someone dies from cirrhosis of the liver, did they get to sue Jack Daniels? I mean, at some point, there's responsibility on the person who actually does something, and particularly in business that is constitutionally protected.
Part of the new law also requires gun makers and dealers to block firearm sales to anyone they believe is at substantial risk of using a gun illegally or of harming themselves or others.
What are we supposed to do, to be able to determine what someone has in their mind? The law is very specific on to whom we may and may not sell a firearm, and we got tons of paperwork, there's background checks. There's a limit from a practical standpoint.
Ellie Krapewski with the Democratic headquarters of the desert believes otherwise.
If someone comes in and buys an AR-15 and an enormous amount of bullets, I think you should be asking the question of why. And I think you should say, you know what, I'm not going to do that.
She believes tightening the gun restrictions should be a top priority, especially after recent mass shootings.
If they're going to manufacture them, if they're going to let 18-year-olds who cannot buy a beer, but they can absolutely buy an AR-15, then yes, I think the manufacturers should have to pay up on that.
Krapewski told me she's not against owning a gun, but doesn't see the need for an assault weapon.
And when you see what an AR-15 does to the body, this is a slaughter. And yes, people kill. They kill because they have a gun, and it has to stop. We have to start taking some responsibility, and that includes the owners of the gun shops.
In Palm Desert, Samantha Lomibao, News Channel 3.